Color is a property of objects that is not present in them, unlike its size or its shape. Color only appears in the presence of light. Sunlight is white light and is composed of rays of colors. Some say there are 7, others think they are only 6. You can see them in the rainbow, which shows them as a result of the pass of the sunlight through millions of tiny prisms, the raindrops. When illuminated with white light, some materials reflect some of those rays and absorb others. Those which are reflected determine the color that the viewer sees. Color depends both on light and on the eyes and brain of the viewer. Thus, we can say that color is not perceived in the same way by all the people. There are 2 ways to create colors. One is the additive color mixing, and the other one is subtractive color mixing. The first one, additive color mixing, works with color lights. The 3 primary colors in this mixing are red, green and blue, RGB. We call them primary because they cannot be created by mixing other colors. This is the system used in the screen of televisions and computers. If you overlay green to red light, you will get yellow light. Yellow is a secondary color because it comes from the mixture of 2 primary colors. If blue and green are overlaid, it yields cyan, a kind of blue. And if you overlay blue and red, it gives magenta. Cyan, magenta and yellow are the secondary colors in this mixing, and altogether yield white, which is a tertiary color. The complete lack of light makes black. In this model, every color is composed of a quantity of red, green or blue, which goes from 0 to 255. Thus, pure green is 0, 255, 0, meaning that the quantity of red is 0, the quantity of green is 255, and the quantity of blue is 0. In this system, pure red is 255, 0, 0. Yellow is 255, 255, and 0. Magenta is 255, 0, and 255, and orange is produced by a high number of red, a certain quantity of green, and little of known blue, for instance 255, 100, and 0. You can practice with Microsoft Word or with Paint in your computers. You can also try in the web that you are reading. On the other hand, we have the subtractive color mixing, which is the one used in painting and in printing, books, magazines, billboards, leaflets, and so. This is also the system used by our home printers. It allows us to create colors to be used on a paper, with brushes and paint. In this mixing, the 3 primary colors are cyan, magenta, and yellow. If we mix them evenly, yellow and cyan make green, cyan and magenta make purple, and yellow and magenta make red. This mixing is also known as CMYK, which stands for cyan, magenta, yellow and black. The complete lack of color makes white, which is the color of the paper. You can check this with an amplifying glass put over a photograph in any newspaper. You will appreciate thousands of dots of the 4 mentioned colors. Mixing the 3 primary colors in the same amount, we will obtain black. We may think that having cyan, magenta and yellow, all colors can be obtained by mixing them. However, it also depends on the quality of the pigments, and it is difficult to make black, for instance. So it is better to have a can of color black. You all have one. It was in the list of materials that I gave you at the beginning of this course. We are going to work with wash paint, which are subtractive colors. Remember, in this model, the three primary colors are cyan, yellow, and magenta. When they are mixed evenly in pairs, we get secondary colors, green, red, and purple. And when we mix a primary with a secondary color, we get a tertiary color, black or brown, reddish brown, greenish brown, bluish brown, etc. Colors can be displayed in order in a color wheel or color circle. In this circle, we can see which colors are opposed. Note that green is on the opposite side of magenta, so magenta and green are complementary or opposite colors. In the circle, we can easily see that green is opposed to magenta, red to cyan, and blue to yellow. These pairs of colors make black, more or less, when mixed in equal parts. All these pairs of colors are complementary or opposite colors. Some colors seem to be more associated with physical elements and with moral or psychological features. The so-called warm colors have to do with daylight or sunset, summer, heat, fire, passion, blood, wrath, madness, and love. Cool colors are associated with night or gray days, water, freshness, cold, ice, calm, stillness, elegance, and the infinite. In the wheel, blues are roughly cold and reds are warm. Yellows can be in both sides.